Good morning, everyone. It is 8:01. You know what time it is. It's time for First Alert Weather Extra. Let's talk about what we're going to be focusing on in the next several minutes. Of course, we've been enjoying beautiful, kind of cool, refreshing starts. Tomorrow, not bad, but we start to see as we get muggier, we're going to be trending warmer during the day as well. So starting off warmer, and then we're just in general, the pattern is going to be a warmer one going through, especially the Thursday time frame. Thursday is the peak of the heat when we're going to get into the low 90s. It's going to be muggy, so it could feel a little bit hotter than that. It's harder to cool off when it is, sticky out there. So first alert weather day for Thursday. Thursday, we start to get a little bit unsettled more to our north, but it's Friday into Saturday. That's when our better rain and storm chances set up. We'll get into all this in just a sec. So let's start off with, of course, Thursday, first 90-degree high of 2025. We're forecasting 92, but it's going to be humid as well. Remember, feeling hotter. Your body has a tough time cooling off in those conditions. And if you don't take the necessary precautions, unfortunately, you can get a heat-related illness. So we don't want that to happen, of course. So just be cautious, hydrate, even the day before if you plan on being outside. The peak time of the day to try and avoid if you can, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. outdoors. That's usually the hottest time frame. Temperature trend, as mentioned, each day a little warmer. Tomorrow we're well into the 80s. And then Thursday, pushing the low 90s, and then still 80s and kind of sticky on Friday. Temperature backs off a little bit as we head into the weekend. Dew point trend, well, we're in that pleasant category, but it starts to change late tomorrow, and then especially Thursday through Friday, and then potentially briefly spiking again over the weekend. But the key is that Thursday and especially Friday time frame, it's going to get, muggy as the dew points climb into the 60s. So right now we're very dry / pleasant. So take advantage of these kind of conditions before it gets uncomfortable out there. Well, as you're outside too, you might have to deal with, of course, the pollen and allergy symptoms. So today, tomorrow, and Thursday, moderately high pollen count, all those trees. You see all those fluffy seeds blowing around too. I'm like, what tree are you coming from? It's almost like there's snow in the seeds. All right, mowing weather, outdoor weather in general. It's awesome. Sunshine, don't forget the sunscreen. And temperatures will be warming into the 70s to near 80 degrees. All right, we've mentioned smoke. So we're going to show you the high and level smoke and then also the surface smoke. So the high level smoke, we're talking about red sunset this evening, better chance of western Connecticut, a reddish looking sunrise tomorrow morning, kind of smoky looking, hazy looking sky tomorrow. All right, so what's making it down to the ground level? This evening, a little bit of that. We could see some thin smoke down towards the ground level. So we'll be monitoring, obviously, the air quality. Right now, the forecast is for it to be okay, a little moderate. So super, super sensitive to these kind of things. Stay inside this evening. All in all, not looking too bad. Then tomorrow, as that thicker upper level smoke gets here, well, some of that is going to reach down to the surface. Might smell a little smoky even, especially across northern Litchfield County into the Connecticut River Valley up through Massachusetts. But as of right now, we don't have an air quality alert. If that changes, of course, we'll be the first to alert you. So here's the air quality index for today. We're moderate in a few little locations, but that's not even really impacting sensitive groups. But again, if you are super, super sensitive, just be careful this evening being outside. You might notice that it's flaring up your asthma, things like that, COPD. Look at tomorrow. Woo! 80s coming back. Not too terribly humid, too, so another beautiful day. I know my neighbor's like, we're going to the beach on Wednesday. And I'm like, that is the perfect day to go. Yeah, so inland is going to be in the low 80s, but if you are going to the beach, well, it's going to be in the 70s, but still a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and that hazier look to the sky. Now, as we approach Thursday, the pattern becomes a little bit more active. We're tracking fronts nearing the state. It'll be to our north, the severe threat to our north. It's on the low end side, but it's just showing you that there's going to be activity nearby on Thursday. And then as we progress into Friday and Saturday, we start to see a front drop in and the rain chances and another area of low pressure building in. So those rain chances will be going up. As we go 6 to 10 days out, equal chances in either direction. And same goes for beyond the 7 days. So no strong signal of above average precipitation. Temperatures, though, leaning above average 6 to 10 days out, and certainly 8 to 14 days out beyond the 7 day. So we could be talking about certainly some more of that summer weather building in. What's normal? 54 for a low, 76 for high. So we were once again below that this morning for a low. We're closer to it tomorrow. But for a high, we should climb above that today in the Hartford area as we're forecasting highs around 82 degrees. So hazier, we're going to see that part of the sky changing, that reddish color towards sunset, even as early as this evening and especially tomorrow. Sunrise, a little hazy. Remember, you can, if you take a picture of it, submit it to the First Alert Weather app, then we can easily get it, any one of us, any one of the First Alert Weather team members. And then we can show it off on TV. So how cool is that? Get your name up there, where you live, all that jazz. All right, 88 tomorrow, a little hotter. And then hot and humid, maybe a PM storm to the north. We'll watch that system, but generally it's all about the heat Thursday, which is the First Alert Weather Day. Friday, humid, still pretty hot, above average with mid-80s. Look at, we're starting off at 67. If that doesn't tell you what the dew point's doing, I don't know what will, but no, yeah, it's a good indicator. We can never drop below the dew point temperature. So if the dew point's in the 60s, guess what? Our temperature will be in the 60s at least, at a minimum. All right, we are going to be watching for storms building in at times Friday, Saturday. The forecast, depending on what model you look at, is all over the place. So it is just too far out to get cutesy with time frames. So we have rain that could impact part of the weekend, Saturday once again, but we don't know. Is it morning? Is it just evening? Is it all day? Is it at night? Yeah, a lot of question marks still, a lot of uncertainty. So keep checking back in. We got a lot happening, right, over the weekend. And so we will fine-tune that forecast for you as we get more accurate data. It's all over the place right now. Sunday looks great, 77 and improving sky conditions, 80 by Monday too. So yeah. We just have to be careful of the heat, and we'll be monitoring for those storms and keeping a watch also in the air quality. And if there is any alerts, we'll be the first to alert you. All right, everyone, that is your latest First Alert Weather Extra. And as you probably know, and I say every time, but I will repeat it at 9:30 tonight. We'll have Mike on here, and he'll give you an update and a more in-depth look at the forecast on First Alert Weather Extra. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy this beautiful weather.